guys, Joey Vinecourt from JoeyVinecourtFitness.com. I'm here today, back in my kitchen. I want to show you how to prepare some healthy French fries. Now for those of you who don't know, French fries are basically just some cut up potatoes. Normally you get them at a side chip stand. In Canada they're very popular, in America as well. And there's a lot of trans fats in the ones that are dipped in deep fried oils and all that. Sure, they taste great, but are they good for your overall composition? Probably not, and you probably know that. But what's the alternative? What do you want to do if you want to build muscle, lose fat, or just get into a bit of a more healthy eating habit? Are you doomed never to eat fries again? Well, obviously the answer is no. But can they actually taste just as good as they would from a regular chip stand where they get deep fried? They actually can. And I want to share with you that recipe today. And all these other recipes that you can actually get. If you go down here, look in the comments box down here, there's a little link. It's going to direct you to a report that has 10 other just as tasty meals that you can prepare. And you can download the recipe booklet from the link below. So go check that out if you like this one. But stay tuned because I'm going to be teaching you how to make some healthy fries that are not lacking in taste, that are crispy, and you can even put salt on them. And you're actually going to be really surprised with this one. So stay tuned, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it and what you need. Preparing healthy fries doesn't have to be very complicated. It's just the method in which way you do it. All you're going to need are some potatoes. So I use white russet potatoes. They're the ones I like the most. This is actually after a post-workout, so it's going to be a post-workout meal. So I'm going to be taking in some white carbohydrates. They're digested more quickly. I'm not going to get into the technical aspect of that. Today's really just about showing you how to prepare fries that are actually going to taste good. But all you need to know is that after a workout, you should try to take in simple carbohydrates. I'm going to be mixing it with some basil, or basil, whichever way you want to, I don't know, I'm from Canada, I just say basil. So salt and pepper, yes, salt, and of course pepper. I'm using sea salt here. Also going to be using some Pam and also some cold pressed extra virgin olive oil. Finally, I'm going to be using some parchment paper. For those of you who've never tried this, or maybe you're using foil currently, you might want to make the switch to this. For some reason, I don't know the technical aspect behind this either, but it makes the fries very crispy. It's more of a baking sheet, and you're going to notice a big difference if you just change that. And just a cutting board and a big knife. Alright, so take a look at the photo there, and I'm going to outline this in the comments section below, but that's what you need to prepare this recipe. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick outline on how to do it down here, so just pay attention. These are my hands, these are my cutting skills. Anyways, I have the oven preheating at about 375 right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to have also a little bowl like this. The reason why I have the extra virgin olive oil is because we're going to cut up all the fries first, and then we're going to dip them into an olive oil, and we're going to kind of mix it up so that all the fries get coated lightly in a type of greasing oil. So first thing I want to do is you're going to actually have to get really good at kind of cutting and preparing things. There's my potato. I cut off the ends to make it a nice square here. Then what I do is typically obviously I've washed them prior to doing this. And I keep the skin on. I actually like it. If you don't like it, you can always take it off. I'm just going to show you a quick way that I find chopping up these really quickly after a workout. So I do like that, cut it in half, and then my knife's a bit dull. I could probably sharpen it a bit, but it's still going to do okay for right now. Try to get them as thin as possible, and if the potato's too big, you can always cut them in half. This one's alright, so I'm going to leave it the way it is. Again, just the same thing. And there you go. So you can also probably get a little gadget on eBay or something, and you can just, it's like all the potato peeler and cutter. It's what they use at an actual fry stand. I don't have it, but it just put the potato in and you crush it down and it makes these in like 5 seconds. But you get pretty good at cutting if you practice a bit. So what I'm going to do now is going to finish cutting up these potatoes, and then I'm going to show you the next step. Okay, so I have all my potatoes cut up here. Usually I use about 2 medium-sized potatoes. Today I had 1 medium size and I used 2 small ones. But again, you want to get it about this length and about that thickness. That'll give you your best crispy fry. If you cut them too big, they tend not to cook all the way through, And you know, they still taste good, but if you want that crispy chip stand similarity, you really have to go to that extreme. Now that being said, what we're going to do is take our extra virgin cold pressed olive oil, and all I'm going to do is just add about 1 to 2 tablespoons. I don't worry so much about how much I use here because you know what, it doesn't soak it all up. It typically only soaks up about maybe half of what you're actually putting in. The rest sticks to the bowl after, but the key is just to get it all lightly greased. Obviously wash your hands before doing this, especially if you're preparing stuff for company. You won't probably enjoy your germ-filled hands tossing up a bunch of fries. So you do this just until it seems like they're all coated and they're looking good. One trying to escape here. And then try to wipe your hands a bit as you're going. And then I'm just going to salt them a bit. And again, salt's not a bad thing, okay? You got to understand that salt can be used, just not in excess. And what you want to try to do is avoid excess salt within foods like frozen chicken breasts or any frozen food for that matter, or any preservatives and things like that. So salt and pepper, if you don't like those two, you don't have to add them. They don't really do anything except just add more taste. I'm going to put some basil on here. These are kind of like Italian potatoes if you ever had Italian potatoes before. And then again, I'm just going to give it a quick stir here. Try to mix all the different flavors within all the fries. That's pretty good. Again, I'm just going to wipe my hands real quickly. Then before you add the fries to the parchment paper pan, I've already prepared it. Just going to give it a nice little coating of Pam. That's it. All we're going to do then is add this to our platter. Get them all in there. Spread it out as much as you can. And again, my oven's been preheated to 375 degrees. You can go to about 400, no less than 375, no more than 425 to get the best results here. Make sure they're spread though evenly, and you're going to want to flip this within half an hour. Total cook time is about 50 minutes. You don't want to cook them too fast. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and pop that in the oven, and then I'm going to give you the after photo of what they look like when they're all crisped up. Stick around. So they've been in the oven for about half an hour now. What I'm going to do is just flip them as best I can. Try to get them to the other side. Doesn't have to be too precise, just as long as you give them a little flip. Again, spread them out. The more spread out they are, the better they're going to turn out to be crispy. Again, these kind of fries, you don't want to cook them too fast. Honestly, the longer you cook them, almost the better. So I'm going to go ahead and put them back in the oven. And about 5 minutes before they're done, whenever they're starting to get crispy, you want to broil them. Broil them on high for about 2 to 3 to maybe 5 minutes, depending on how good your oven is. Keep an eye on it though, or else they might just completely burn. That's the only gamble about broiling, but this here is going to really give them a golden crisp brown look to them. So I'm going to pop them back in the oven for another half an hour. Okay, so once it's done, you can just check them to see how crispy you like them. I actually got interrupted by a good friend of mine stopped in, so a little more crispy than I would have liked, but to give you an idea, not sure if you can see this here, but these are the fries, and if you can listen in, nice and crispy, and still a lot of flavor in the middle. They're really good. So what I've done here is have some barbecue chicken, have some bok choy, some no salt added corn, along with some fries, and you can mix and match whichever kind of meal you want to kind of make of your own. Another really cool thing you can do with these fries is, if you're from Canada, or maybe even if you're not, one of the delicatessens we have down here, I call it a delicatessen, is poutine. And poutine is basically fries with gravy and cheese. Now, I still consider that even a treat meal, even if it is a healthy version of the fries. But I go for half sodium gravy, or I'll make my own gravy, which allows me to use all natural ingredients and less sodium. And I'll also use low fat, all natural cheese And that's a really good alternative to any kind of chip stand fry you'll get, or any kind of poutine or fry you'll get from any restaurants. So this is just one sample meal that brings back the taste into muscle building and fat loss meals. So if you want more recipes exactly like this one, even better some of them, go to the link below, click the website link, go there, download the free report. You're going to get it sent to your email. There's 10 free recipes there. Check them out, try them all out because they're absolutely delicious. And I'm going to be featuring a lot more of these same healthy recipes, an alternative to all the bad ones out there. Alright, so till next time, go ahead and try this one out and download the ones at the link below. Take care, guys.